Now we are going to open it up for Ward 1, and we have, we're going to start off with our incumbent, Tina Welch.
Thank you, Marcus. First of all, I'd love to say thank you to Marcus. He has done a tremendous job here at Parkville Presbyterian Church. I had the opportunity to meet Marcus a few years back. I heard about him through other people and decided that I had to get to know this guy because he was someone that I really didn't know, but he was coming into Parkville and trying to make a difference. And I was really, I was in awe of what he was doing for someone that didn't know a whole lot of people. So Marcus, thank you for doing this and bringing the community together. It's a great thing. Anyway, my name is Tina Welch, and I am asking for your vote again. I have been an alderman for 6 years, and I'm seeking re-election for 2 more. My husband, Rick, and I have 2 beautiful daughters and have lived here since 1994. I've been in Kansas City for about 40 years, originally a native of Chicago. I'm here to say that, in my opinion, there's no place better to live and work than Parkville. So happy to call this my home. I'd love to continue to serve my constituents in Ward 1, and there's a lot of things that still need to happen. I'd like to let you know that I have been serving on the Finance Committee, as well as a liaison for the Parkville Chamber and the YMCA. What else can I say about myself? I'm deeply invested in the community, and we have made tremendous progress since I've been an alderman in the past 6 years. One of the things that I'm concerned about is our aging infrastructure and the growth that we currently have going on in the city. When we moved here in 1994, we had about 2,000 residents. We currently have about 7,000 residents. So that's a tremendous amount of growth. I know we've been here for a long time, but we've seen a lot. And that is kind of a concern because we have to be sure that we can maintain the roads and the growth that we have. So the growth and the progress is something that we really need to be watchful for. Obviously, the more growth we have, the more we need to maintain, and so we need to be sure that we have the funding to do so. One of the other things that I'm concerned about is the sewer fund. Many people know that this has been a topic of conversation for many years, and that is something that I think we need to address as a board and as a city. The other thing that I'm concerned about is the safety, and I think we all want to live in a Parkville. One of the things that we love about Parkville is how safe I think most of us feel here, and for good reason. We have a tremendous police force, and we do a great job with that. The things that I'm concerned about are streets and connectivity between neighborhoods. One of the things that we've been talking about for years is Bell Road and putting a sidewalk there or some type of sidewalk there so that people can get to and from the Price Chopper safely. The other things that I would love to see be more connectivity between the neighborhoods. I live in the Bluffs, and there's a path between River Hills and Crooked Road trying to get into downtown. I've seen Mr. Melton and his wife during COVID trying to get around. He was coming out of the south side of the National trying to connect to go down to Main Street, so he had to walk on Crooked Road for a short while, but as we all know, Crooked Road is very dangerous, but they were doing it. So I would love to see that happen. Anyway, so that is something that I would love to see in the next 2 years, and I hopefully will have the opportunity to see some of these things happen. As you know, the Highway 9 project is in progress right now. And you may know that we are in the process of getting funding to do the connection from Lakeview Drive to the post office. And that'll be tremendous. Again, more connectivity from obviously Highway 9 all the way down to the post office is pretty amazing. I am passionate about our parks. It's probably one of the things that I have focused a lot of my attention on the past couple of years. Many of you may know that I was a strong advocate and leading the way to make sure that we didn't have a huge baseball complex down in Platte Landing Park. This is my passion. The parks have been my passion since we've lived here. We raised our kids down there and our dogs, and it's a place for meditation and peaceful walking. And just the thought of large baseball fields down there was very concerning to me and many of my constituents and many people that live at Riss Lake and other areas. It wasn't just our neighborhood that it was so going to be affected by it. As you probably know, we did a survey, and the survey came out and overwhelmingly said people wanted passive parks down there. I'm not against ball fields. They just don't belong in Platte Landing Park. If we can find another place for them, that would be great. But I will continue to push for no large ball complex down in the park. Thank you. Thank you. You probably know that there were some issues with the wetlands, and we are in the process of remedying that, and we're excited about that. I don't know if anybody's been down to the park lately, but all the matting has been removed. I was down there the other day with my husband taking a walk, so it was nice to see the progress is happening. Not sure what the timeline on that looks like right now, but that will be fixed, and we will get the wetlands to where it should be. We are also in the process of getting a parks director hired, which will be so important. We'll have a person that'll be concentrating on the parks and just the parks. And then we'll be able to kind of get things in there that I think everyone can really enjoy. And with the park sales tax money, we have about $500,000 a year from that fund. So with that money, we know that we can do so many great things. We haven't determined what will be done down there yet, but Clarb and the board will be meeting together, and we hopefully will have more citizen input on that as well. So I'm really excited about that, and I hope you all are excited about that too. And we'd love to hear from you as to what you think you would like to see down there. We've had a lot of great ideas from people, and we'd like to hear more from you. Farmers market is also something that I'm concerned about. I love going down there on Saturday and Wednesday in the spring and summer. Getting my produce. And as you may know, there has been some infrastructure problems with the farmers market. So we have hired an engineer to see what is going on there exactly, and to see if we can either fix what we currently have or what the idea might be moving forward. Maybe a new farmers market, we don't know yet, but the first thing is that we're looking at it to see what the structural damages look like so that we can figure that out. Anyhow, with all the improvements, we think to the park and farmers market, we think that'll bring more people into town. And so I'm getting long-winded, and that'll be great for our merchants because we love our merchants. We want them to be happy and we want them to stay. In closing, I'm just going to say I'm always available for a phone call or email if you want to meet for a cup of coffee, whatever your concerns are. I know that my neighbors call me and voice their concerns, and I'm always happy to hear from you. So please feel free to reach out. Love to hear from all of you. And I have new people. My new ward is now part of Pinecrest and part of Bell Road, and Marcus is telling wrap it up. And so, okay. So anyhow, for my new constituents, please feel free to call me. I met a few tonight, so I was glad that you're here. How many people from Ward 1 are here? Yay! Well, thanks for coming, and I appreciate it. So please consider voting for me again, and I'd love to serve you. Thank you.
This thing's just about to beep on your 9 minutes. I was giving you a 2-minute warning, but no, you're totally great. All right, so that leaves Nick Casal for Ward 1.
Hi. I have a part-time job at the Parkville School District, and this will probably be the first time today that anyone has listened to me. And the reason there are more Ward 1 people here than any others is because it was easy for them to come down here. I know because I live on 5th Street. I started my career in Parkville in the 60s. I came to college here at Park, called Park College at the time. There were 1,800 people in this town, and it didn't look anything like it does today. We used to run cross-country practice up Crooked Road where there was nothing except Mr. Fox's house. So it's great to see that everything is turning over. And I've lived here now for 11 years. I came back here in 2011. I've been a part of the community. I serve on the downtown SID. I have served and was a member of the Merchants Association. I was a property and business owner in Parkville in the 70s. So I go way back in terms of what's happened here, and I know what's coming, and I can see it. And I have a lot of friends here, and I know everything that goes on because I use the YMCA every day. I use the parks every day. So I've got my finger on the pulse of this town. And I can just tell you that it's a good place. And regardless of what's happened in the past, the most immediate past and longer than that, it's still a good place. And I know you all know that, and that's why you're here. I do not bring any background of having served in the military. I do not bring any background of having gone to law school, although I passed my LSATs and could have gone, but I did not go. I was 343 in 1970 for the first lottery, so I never served my country. And that's my background. I think I bring a lot to this position, and I hope that you all come out on the 5th, regardless of who you vote for, and participate in our city government. Thank you.